Counterfeit. Depth ends, one down, difficulty guide. So just like every other heist, gotta get by the same assets. Of course, my ladder will be the JP46, which is mostly this particular variant is based off the G46K. But I like to call it the G46C. Just because it looks similar to it. Of course, I have the Judge loaded with the Dragon's Breath. And everything else is pretty much the same. When you spawn in, there's multiple locations you spawn in. And usually
they've been printing fortunes over the last month, spending wildly. Blood's in the water, and we're the sharks.
And when you mostly spawn in, you have close to the course of Boots Brew Repair.
Introduce yourselves.
Which I think is just our van just coded. With the Boat Brew Repair logo, and you have multiple locations. You could spawn around the streets here close to Wilson's house or Mitchell's house or their backyard.
Fix that pool. I want to take a swim.
Of course.
Yesterday.
You want to talk to
guys,
Mitchell?
hang on, I gotta show these guys down the basement.
Around the barbecue.
Come with me.
There's multiple locations where the crowbar can be found. The first location usually found is in this little shack, right in the middle. The crowbar can be located on the side of the pool here, right next to the ladder. Another crowbar can be found in the pool. Another location for the crowbar can be found in Mitchell's garage, right, could be next to the shipping
just
crate.
down here.
I'll talk to him where he'll go down to the basement. And a few more crowbar locations can be found in Mitchell's, Wilson's garage. But they will be found on this table, one beside Wilson's car, and another location can be found right in Wilson's shack.
It's free money, brother. It's not like we can't get more, right?
So there's a little bit of a semi-stealth here, so it's still gonna go loud, but it's still very much stealth.
Yeah, it's $10,000 a day.
Mascot.
See it? Water fucking running down the wall.
All right, nobody stay underground.
Look at this.
On the ground.
Of course, you could tie him up, or you could just let him go and do
Sometimes
his
taking a
barbecue.
hostage is the only answer.
You want to set up the device. Now to get to Wilson's,
The door's got two locks. One for
I like to
Mitchell,
go
one for Wilson.
outside
You'll
here.
need a code breaker on the second lock. Okay, now find Wilson's code lock.
And drop down here.
Someone must have seen something. The police are sending a couple of officers to check out the address. These code breakers can fall over sometimes. Stay with them to let do their thing.
And you just have to pretty much have to wait. So if you decide to mask up before Mitchell
We're here to check things
opened
out.
the basement,
Come out quietly, and we can still finish this without raising southern hell.
you'll have to breach the basement door with the crowbar. And speaking of crowbar, I need to actually get one for myself.
The cops are inside the house. Silent kills, people.
Okay, this should help out. What I was saying? Oh yeah, you need. Well, anyway, you pretty much need a crowbar inside the basement. As they're locked behind doors, you can use a saw or save charge, but having a crowbar is all you need.
Look out, God.
Or he does that. like to do is while the hacking's doing and the police will try to call, you just have to enter his phone. Will ring. Well, of course, I have the contractor mute so you can't hear it. Now, the ejector took me like a 1 second before the ejector topped off. That's when I know that's a trap and you have to defuse. Depends how many players you have with you. For one player, it will be just for 2. 3 players, so I think it will be just 3. And I think with 4... No, I think with 2 players you get 3. And either 3 to 4, you'll pretty much have to deal with 4. So you have to be very coordinated if you don't want to have the room below the pool to blow up. Now, I could go outside and, well, there's actually multiple locations where the garden hose can be. They're usually located in like 4 each spots. The one I tend to avoid during stealth, or part stealth, is actually one in front of the Mitchell's house. Because if you try to get the garden hose in, the neighbor's gonna see you and it's gonna break your stealth. So what I'm doing is trying to save as much time as I can.
Stay down! Halfway can see us.
Okay, they hear that gunshot, so
Get down on the ground! Get down!
okay, surprisingly they
Get down now.
never heard a gunshot, so they just mind their own
On the
business.
ground! Stay down!
I mean, that was very close where the gunshot was.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Alright, now at the time I took the garden hose. The other garden hose location can be found right next to the Wilson's garage and the boat.
Brace yourselves.
Make those shots mean
The next location can be found right in this corner of the Mitchell's house.
Looks like they sent an extraction team to free the civilians, folks. You gotta stop them.
Stay back! Get down! Here's the motherfucker! Police medic in the house!
The fourth and final location for the garden hose can be found right around this corner near the steps. In my opinion, this is the best spot to get it if you have it in stealth, because you don't worry about the neighbors because you are protected by this wall.
I got it!
Gordon had to defend the drill. Now, this drill will never jam. The only time it does jam if you let the cops disable it. So it's actually a breath of fresh air that we don't have to worry about the jam drill. Just as long as you keep the cops away from it, you should be fine.
Got the little bastard, Maggie bastard! Hey, motherfucker! Put them out! Hardware can see ya! Kneel down! Trust yourself!
Now, in this size, you can get an infinite amount of loot, like getting the paper ink and or the printer ink and the paper roll. But I'm not gonna do that because the payout it's just not worth it, and the objectives is just way too much. That alone is just not worth it. So I like to complete it like the old way.
I got the Joker.
Now to get the water hose. Now there could be free location where the police will try to turn off the valve to stop the water flowing. You just have to turn it back on.
That's how you do it, people. I don't mean to holler at you, but you did great back there.
So this one, and they always go for the only one spot. So which is pretty much in front, pretty much in front near the Mitchell's backyard. The other location can be found in front of Wilson's house, and the other one at the and also front of Mitchell's house. One will be at the front of Mitchell's house, and one at the very front of Wilson's house. And watch out when you defend this value here, because they do spawn from over that wall.
Be ready for anything.
Taser! Taser rack! Got the medic!
Also, make sure you pick up any ammo drops that you go for kills. This will help you sustain much of your ammo and avoid using ammo bags.
I got the doses! No more! We got a shield! Shield ya!
Alright, once that's done, that's when you need to place the C4 in the safe.
Croker sticking up! Croker kill!
Place it. There will be also snipers around the houses, in the nearby houses, so watch out for them. Now, here you can actually either pray more to get more money, which is just counterfeit money, so it's not really earn a lot compared to actual money.
Fucking Croker! Croker, you eliminated.
And there's 2 escape points you could escape to. The first one is right here at the wall by Wilson's house.
Sniper down!
And 2 is on the other side of Mitchell's house, right next to the shack with the boat.
Got the sniper!
And usually you have to go to manhole. They'll usually be covered by at least 3 shields, which stays.
Kill this here!
With the manhole and go through, just follow the path. Now you may encounter a few special units on the way. Okay, I have a skulldozer on me, but I'm just gonna ignore that. There also could be a chance of cloakers, shields, or tasers.
To the left.
So be prepared for a fight.
We got away, and we got some.
And that is Counterfeit. Death sentence 1 down.
Crash a pool party. Get paid. Not bad at all.
A very, like, a relaxed map to do, because the objectives are mostly about just waiting on the drill to finish, waiting for the water, waiting for the hack. So that was all about waiting, but it's pretty simple. Thanks for watching. Until next time, farewell.